Hello everyone, I'm Sarah Lang and I wanted to share with you my Zenskin process. So the way that I'm making these abstract paintings, I first start out with watercolor to get past that blank white page, right? So I'm working with some kind of subject matter that I'm constrained to. For this whole series, it was the zodiac signs. This one is Aquarius, but I've also done the chakra series. It could also be seasons. But I'm choosing the colors based on for this one, being Aquarius, what are the colors that are associated with Aquarius? So for you already starting to see the purple, and we're going to get into sky blue later. We have deep indigo later, and then also the yellow sunshine that is associated with Aquarius. So what is the Zenskin, the meaning of this, right? The skins are the layers. So I'll have a layer of handwriting. And you saw that from the beginning. There's a layer of handwriting, and what am I writing here? So I'm writing the terms. It's almost like journaling in a way, but it's the terms that are, for this one, associated with Aquarius, right? So we have conceptual, clever, eccentric, fair, free-thinking, humanitarian, individual, original, progressive, rebellious, sincere, right? So we have a layer of handwriting, and the handwriting interlocks and it creates patterns and shapes. So after I write a layer of one word, so only one word per layer of writing, right? So we started with conceptual, then we go with clever, and then eccentric. And then in between those, I'm finding the shapes that when the handwriting interlocks, what are the shapes that are most interesting to me? And also shapes that I feel like kind of go with the Aquarius spirit. That could be somebody that I know. That could be the season of Aquarius, for example. That would be in mostly February, kind of a cold, wintry season. It could be thinking about some of these positive attributes. I think I try and have only positive attributes for these, but the progressive, original. I think rebellious is positive, and if it's done, in a way that that satisfies the inner being, right? So I'm thinking about that, but mostly I'm thinking about the colors. I'm constrained to the colors, and I stay very close within those colors. And then I'm also constrained to the words, right? Finding the patterns within the words. So the whole point of this, what am I doing? I could use any kind of subject matter. For this whole series, I used the zodiacs. So that allowed me to have 12 different paintings. And these can take, I think Aquarius took probably a month. They can take a couple of weeks to a couple of months. I've had one, I remember the root chakra one that I did, it took over a year. And that's of course why this is sped up, because you're not gonna want to sit there and watch me paint for hours and hours and hours of time, because it is meditative. Why is it meditative? So when focusing, being constrained by the colors for the subject matter for this one, Aquarius, being constrained by the words and looking for the patterns within, the overlapping patterns that happen within this kind of meditative journaling. What happens is, and I can be thinking about somebody that I know that's an Aquarius. I could be thinking about the Aquarius spirit. I could be thinking about the season itself, which is February. It's very cold in February. There's all kinds of things I could be thinking about, but I'm focusing on the patterns. I'm focusing on the colors. I'm focusing so much so that all of life's big problems, right, sort of fade into the distance. And this gets me into flow state. And this is why it's meditative, is that I can concentrate on the work and the way that the materials are working together. And you never know with watercolor and all these layers of watercolor how they're going to interact with each other. All the different materials are going to constantly be reactivated and keep changing. I watch the materials play. I have very little control a lot of times. So there's a lot of not having control over the materials, but then also trying to rein it in and keep it to the colors and the words and the patterns and the Aquarius spirit, right? So there's a balance, and this brings me a lot of balance in my life. So that's why I feel like the feeling that I put into this, I think I'm giving to you in the finished product. And please ask me any questions that you have. I would love to answer them. Enjoy the artwork.